Good morning, students. In your previous class, you have studied about blood, its components, and different types of blood vessels. So let me ask you just some questions. What are the different kinds of blood corpuscles are present? Yes, the answer is RBC, WBC, plasma, and platelets. Another question. From which blood vessel the oxygenated blood is carried out and from which the deoxygenated blood is carried out? The answer is oxygenated blood is carried out by artery and deoxygenated blood is carried out by vein. So now we have studied about blood. Now the question is how the blood is circulated throughout the body. Can you tell me? Okay, let me give you a situation. Suppose in your area there are two ponds separated by several meters. One is pond 1 and one is pond 2. Pond 1 is full with water and pond 2 is empty. Now your task is to transfer water from pond 1 to pond 2. What is the easiest way to do this? You cannot just carry bucket by bucket water to do the task. What you will do? Yes, you will install a pump machine. A pump machine to do the task. The pump machine will transfer water from this part to this part in fewer times. So, your body also contains a pump machine which circulates the blood throughout the body. It is called as the heart. Now, the question is where the heart is located. It is present just between the two lungs, slightly to the left side. What does the heart look like? What is the size? Students, make a fist like this. The size of your fist is equals to the size of your heart present in your body. Okay, what we have learned? We have learned the heart. It is what is called? This is the pumping machine. Pumping machine which circulates blood throughout the body. Where it is located? It is located between the lungs. It is located between the lungs. How does it look like? It looks like the size of your fist. Size of fist. Now we have studied a lot about heart. Now the question is how the blood is circulated through the heart. Okay? You have studied in your previous class that the deoxygenated blood is carried out by vein and oxygenated blood is carried out by arteries. Let me show you a figure. Okay, this is a sectional diagram of heart. It is the total structure and it's the sectional diagram of heart. Here you can see there are four chambers present. There are four chambers present. The upper two chambers are called as atrium and the lower two chambers are called as ventricles. I have colored blue for the atrium and the green, slight green for the right, so the ventricles. So the right side, it is called as right atrium and right ventricle, or we can call it short as RA and RV. The left side called as left atrium and left ventricle, or LA and LV. You can see there is a thick muscular layer that separates both the right and left side. Can you tell me why it is present here? It is here due to prevent the mixing of oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood coming from the lungs. Okay, now let's discuss how the blood circulates through the heart. First, the deoxygenated blood carried from the vein enters to the right atrium first. The first entry point is right atrium. Then it goes to the right ventricle. Here it is transported to by this way to the lungs. Now you have already known what happens in the lungs. In lungs, the hemoglobin present in the RBC binds with oxygen and makes it oxygenated or pure. Now the oxygenated or pure blood comes from the lungs to left atrium first. Okay? From left atrium it is transported to left ventricle. From left ventricle it is again transported to the whole body by, we have already known, by artery. So let's just simplify it. the deoxygenated blood from the body, first body, is carried out by veins. So first is veins. From veins, where does it enter? It enters in the right atrium or RA. Right atrium, it converts to right ventricle. From right ventricle, where does it go? It goes to the lungs for filtration. From lungs, it is transferred to, again where? Left atrium. From left atrium, it is again transported to left ventricles. From left ventricles, it is again transported all over the body, the oxygenated blood. Remember it, the oxygenated blood by arteries to the every part of the body. So this is the cycle of circulation which happens in our body. We can call it a circulatory system in the heart. Okay, now we're clear about it. Okay. Let me show you another picture. Can you recognize this picture? Yes, when you go to see doctor, the doctor uses this instrument as earphone to listen to sound coming from your body. What is the sound? The sound is your heartbeat. And the instrument the doctor uses to listen your heartbeat is called as stethoscope. Now the question is, where does the heartbeat is originated? It is originated in your heart due to the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of your heart muscles. When your heart pumps out blood or when it is filled from blood to the veins, it contracts and relaxes rhythmically. The sound of heartbeat is present or produced from this process. Now we can calculate the heartbeat by another process. Put your index finger and middle finger just below your palm, and you can also feel the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of heart here. It is also called as the pulse rate. We will study detail about it in the next class. Okay? Now just revise it what we have studied here. Okay students, I have some cards in my hands where the name of the pathway of the blood circulation has written in it. I will call one by one of you and you will paste the cards here in the sequence of the heart, the circulation of blood from the heart. So first, the deoxygenated blood from the heart is carried out by where? The veins. So put it here. First the veins. From veins, it enters to the heart through the, I have already discussed about it, the entry point, or is called as right atrium. So put it here. From right atrium, it enters to the heart and another chamber called as right ventricle. From right ventricle, it is again transported to where? The lungs. Okay, put it here. From lungs, the oxygenated blood again enters to the heart. From which pathway? The left atrium. After left atrium, the blood again goes to the left ventricles. After left ventricle, it again transported to the every part of the body through arteries. Okay, this is the correct sequence of blood flowing through the heart and the body. Okay, now today's class is over. I have an assignment for you. Okay, in the next class, you will tell me, is there any organ in our body where the filtration of the blood or the circulation of the blood processes? Discuss with your parents, your friends, and in the internet, in the books, and let me know in the next class. Thank you.